Hello everyone, welcome to iNetwork 365, and in this video I will show you the advanced configuration of PfSense Firewall. So in case if you didn't watch my previous video of how to install the PfSense Firewall, so I will recommend you to watch my previous video before starting to watch this video. So first what I will do, I will open my web browser, and from here I'm going to type my firewall IP address, which is 192.168.80.1. So I click on details and go to the web page. So here I will type my username password. Okay, so this is your default dashboard where you can see your time, your BIOS settings, your BIOS version, and all these things you can see over here. So if you want to customize your dashboard, so you can remove this if you don't want, and if you want something you can click on the star icon over here and you can add the things which you need. So for example, here I'm going to enter my firewall logs. So here you can view your firewall logs, or else if you want more options you can click on that and you can select whatever options will suit your needs. So here you can see that I can keep on adding stuff. Okay, so the first thing what you have to do, click on system and click on advanced. Okay, so I will always recommend you to change the firewall port number because by default you can see that you can access the firewall by typing the IP address 192.168.80.1. So for the security purpose it is better that you change the firewall, and also please keep in mind that it is using the default port 80 or else 443. So in that case I will recommend to change the port number. So in here I'm going to give 1010. So this is going to be my port number. Then I will scroll down. Okay, so by default the firewall will be listening on the port number 80. So make sure you disable this thing, tick, so it will disable the option. Then after that scroll down, and here click save. Okay, so now you can see it has changed the port number. So within 20 seconds it will redirect to my new address, which is 192.168.80.1 double colon 1010. So this is going to be my port number. So if I want I can just copy this, and you can see automatically it redirect to the new address, which is 192.168.80.1 double colon 1010. Or else if you want you can type also. So I'll just show you 192.168. 80.1 double colon 1010. Okay, there was some problem. 1010. Just type https. Okay, so here I'm going to type again 1010. Okay, so make sure you type https and the IP address and the port number, then click details and go to the web page. So this is like a extra layer of security when you add the port number. Okay, so next option what I'm going to show you is the interface. So this is very important option. So when you click here, you can see by default the WAN and LAN is already available. So I'll just click on LAN. So this is your LAN IP address. So if you want you can change your LAN IP address, but I'm not going to change. I'm going to leave it as 80.1. But if in case if you want to change, you can do the changes over here to your LAN port number. And also you can see here by default there is only two port, which is WAN and LAN. So I'm going to add one more extra port over here. So I'll move to my PfSense Firewall. Right click on this and I'm going to add extra port. Okay, I'll turn off this and now I'll add extra port. So here I'm going to click on default switch and I'll switch on. So let me try to ping. So since I shut down my firewall, so it'll take some time to initialize. Okay, so now you can see my firewall is on. So let me try to refresh. Okay, so now you can see there is an extra port over here. So this port, what I'm going to do, I'm going to configure this port for the guest account. I mean, like in your organization you might have like two networks, one network which is utilized for only guest and the other network will be utilized only for your staff. So you can assume that this one is going to utilized to your guest users. So what I'll do, I'll click on add and click on save. Okay, so now you can see my third port, the LAN port is OPT1. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on interface and I'm going to select on OPT1. Okay. So first thing you have to enable the interface and next give the description. So I'm going to give guest, LAN guest, and here the IP configuration type. So I'm going to give static. So next I'll scroll down and here I'm going to give the IP address for me for my guest account, which is going to be 192.168.70.1, and here I'm going to change the prefix to 24. Then scroll down and click on save, apply changes. Okay, so now the changes are applied. So next what I have to do, I have to configure the DHCP for that LAN to guest account. So let me show you again. If I click on assignment, you can see now it changed to LAN guest. So the account is changed to LAN guest account. I mean, the interface is changed to LAN guest. And next thing, I'm going to click on services. And here I'm going to click on DHCP server. Okay. So I'm going to select LAN guest interface and I'll enable DHCP. Scroll down. And here I'm going to type the DHCP IP range. So here I'm going to type 192.168.70.100. 192.168.70.200. So it is going to distribute IP address from I mean between 100 to 200. So next I'll scroll down and I'm not going to do any changes over here. So I'm going to click add. Sorry, I'm going to click on save. Okay. So now this save is successfully completed. Okay. So now let's test this account. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to minimize this. Okay, so this is my Windows 10 guest computer, which I'm going to use for the lab purpose. So I'll right click on this and go to settings, and under the network I will make sure that the default switch is selected, because this default switch I'm going to use for my guest account using Hyper-V. So I'll click on OK. So now let's log in inside, and you can see this is my guest computer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on start, type CMD, and I'm going to type IP config. Okay. So here you can see that when I type IP config, I'm getting the IP address and the domain name as well. So here you can see my IP address of my guest account which I created, which is 192.168.70 dot network. And here you can see that I don't have access to internet, which is saying that no internet access. So let's confirm that. So I'm going to click on start, type edge, and here you can see if I type Google or something else, I will not be able to access internet. So there is one more settings which I have to do. So I will minimize this and I'll go to my Windows 10. Okay. So here what I'm going to do, I'll just double check my settings. Everything is okay over here. Okay. So next I will click on firewall, and I'll click on rules. Okay. So next I'll click LAN rules, and here you can see there is no any rules created for the LAN guest account. So now I'm going to create a rules for this. So I'm going to click on add. Okay, so I'm going to select pass under the action. So if you want, you can click block reject. So I'm going to select the first option, pass, and I'll scroll down. And here you can see the protocol by default, it is only allowing TCP. So make sure you select any, because otherwise you will not be able to access the other resources. And here I'm going to leave this one as a default, and I'm going to click save, apply changes. Okay, so now let's go to our LAN Windows 10 guest. Okay, so here again I'm going to type I'm going to run this command prompt as administrator. I'm going to type ipconfig / release, and again ipconfig / renew. And now you can see that I have internet access. So let's try to access internet. And yeah, you can see that I can access the internet. But let's try one more thing. Let me try to access the firewall. So I'm going to type HTTPS, and I'm going to type my firewall IP address 192.168.70.1 :1010. And here you can see I can access my firewall as well. So I'll click on details, and I'll click on go to the web page. And here if I know the username password, so that I'll be able to access the firewall. So in my opinion, if the guest account can access the firewall, so it is not secured. So make sure that they cannot access the firewall web page. So in order to do that, I'll click on my Windows 10 computer. Okay, so here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one more rule. So I'll click on add, and this time under the action I'm going to click block, and I'll scroll down. So I'll click on display advanced. So here I'm going to type my port range. So I'm going to select other, and here I'm going to type 10101010. Oh, okay guys, there is one small error. It should not be over here. It should be under the destination. So here I'm going to type 1010 and 1010. Okay, so I'm going to click save and apply the changes. So now let's go to the Windows 10 guest account, and I'm going to refresh. And you can see that I cannot reach the firewall web page. So let me try with the different IP address, which is 80.1 :1010, and here you can see that I cannot access the firewall web page. So this is a very good layer of security, so that the users will not be able to access the firewall web page. So next, let me try to ping the IP address of my 80.network. So let me go to my Windows 10 computer again, and here I'm going to go to command prompt. I'll type ipconfig, and the IP address is 80.1. So let me try to ping 80.1 from my guest account. Ping 192.168.80.1. Okay, that is my firewall IP. Let me confirm the IP address again. Okay, it's 80.10. Okay. Sorry guys, there's some error in my virtual machine. So let me try again. Okay. Okay, so now let me try to ping again. Ping 192.168.80.10. Okay, so I cannot ping my 80.10 network. So I think it is because of my firewall is off. So let me confirm that one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch off my firewall in my Windows 10 computer. Okay. See, you can ping your 80.network. I mean 80.10 host. So this is also it's not like secured. You should prevent the guest account. I mean the guest users from communicating with your network. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to prevent this option also. So I'll just minimize this. Go to my Windows 10 computer again. Okay. So from here, you can see the rules which I created earlier. So I'm going to edit these rules. I'll scroll down. So in the destination, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click invert match, so that I can only communicate with my network, which is 70 dot network. So let me click on save. Okay. I'll take invert. Okay. So I'm going to type 192.168.80.0, and the host is, and the prefix is 24. So click save, apply changes. So now let's try to ping, and this time you can see that I cannot ping my 80.network. So now my network is completely secured. So there are more settings which you can do, but this is just the basic settings which like when you're starting a do the configuration of PfSense Firewall. So I'll recommend you do these settings, and that's all about the I mean the advanced configuration, but I will show you more options. So let me go to the firewall again. So before that, let me check that if I can access the internet, just to double check from my guest account. So yeah, I still can access. And I forget to do one more thing. I'll click on start, type CMD, and from here I'm going to type ping 192.168.80.1. So you can see that I cannot even ping the firewall, so it is secured. Okay, so now let's go to the Windows 10 again. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to click on system and I click on package manager. Okay, so here you can install additional packages, like example, like if you want to monitor the bandwidth, so these packages also you can install in PfSense. So first of all, I'm going to install the package called ARP. So I'll click on available, and here I'm going to type ARP, enter, and here there is one package called Arpwatch. So I'm going to click install, confirm. Okay, after the installation of Arpwatch, I'm going to click on services, and here there's an option called Arpwatch. So I'll click on this. So I'm going to enable Arpwatch to my LAN and my guest account. So I'm going to select both by pressing the control button and select the one which you want. So I'm going to select LAN and LAN guest. So I'll scroll down and I'll click save. Okay. So here when I click on database, here what will happen, like in case if I have new people connected to my network, so I can view those MAC address, IP address, and their host name. So let me try to refresh this. It'll take some time. So now you can see the database is updated. So now you can view here the IP address of who are connected to your firewall. So here you can see the host 80.10 is connected, then the firewall, then 70.100, which is my guest, and my guest firewall, which is 70.1 interface. So here if anyone is connected to your network, all these details you can view using Arpwatch. So this is one of the most important tool which you should have in the firewall. So the next and the last thing which I'm going to show you in this video is bandwidth. So I'm going to click on system, package manager, available package, and here I'm going to type bandwidth. Okay, so it's BadwidthD. So click install, confirm, confirm. So please note that it is downloading the file from internet. So it is around 12 MB file. Okay. So now the installation is completed. So now we'll navigate to the bandwidth. So I think we should go to status. Okay. It is coming under diagnostic. So I click on bandwidth settings. So I'll enable the bandwidth for both interface. So again, I'm going to select control button and I'm going to select LAN and LAN guest. So I'll scroll down and here I'll click on save. Okay. So next again I'll click on diagnostic and I'll click on bandwidth, and this will take some time to initialize. So I'll just refresh this and let's see. Okay, so it took like around 2 to 3 minutes to get updated. So here is the bandwidth usage per IP address. So you can see that 10.1 it has used like total of 4.5 MB. So if I'm using internet, like example, if I browse some internet over here, so all this bandwidth usage I can monitor using the bandwidth. So if I refresh, you will see that this graph will be changing. So it'll take some time to get updated, but it will be updated. And here you can view daily, weekly. So weekly is still not completed. So for now you can only view daily, weekly, monthly, and also yearly. Okay. And here if you want to view the subnet, so you can see here that 80.network. So currently I'm viewing 80.network. So let me click on 70.network, which is my guest. So if I select here, so still they have, it is not updated. So it'll take some time to get updated, like I mentioned earlier. Okay guys, so that's all about this video. So I'm going to end from here. And there are more options where you can configure in this PfSense firewall. So if you click on system and if you go to package manager, you'll find more packages which is available for this PfSense firewall. Okay guys, so until next time, please subscribe, share and like my videos. Thank you.